Hello, this video is going to show you guys how to install and configure the mail server in Fedora. So the first thing we want to go ahead and do is we want to go ahead and install Postfix. Alright, Postfix is a open source mail transfer agent that routes and delivers electronic mail. So the first thing we do is go ahead and install that by issuing the command. And once that's installed, it's going to say complete. And let's go ahead and clear the screen. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and actually edit the configuration file by typing the command you see there. Alright, let's go ahead and actually set the number. Get the lines popped up here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the first line we want to edit is line 94. We want to include line 94, so we're going to go ahead and delete the comment there. Okay, and then we want to go ahead and change this, the host name. We're going to change this to mail.charles.com, but you can change this to whatever you want it to be. And the second line we're going to edit would be line 102. We want to include line 102, so we're going to go ahead and delete the comment from there. Get rid of that hash. Okay. And then the my domain, we're going to go ahead and rename that to be charles.com. But once again, you can change that to whatever you desire. At the next line to edit. Let me scroll down here. Okay. Next line I want to edit would be, let's go to 118, include that. So take out the comment. And 132, want to include that. Want to include our interfaces, so we're going to go ahead and delete that comment there. Get rid of it. Next line I want to edit is 182. I want to include that, so let's get rid of that comment there. And actually line 183. All right, we want to go ahead and add in my domain. Okay, let's add in my domain there. Make sure we got the $sign in front of my domain. all the way to line 438. We want to include that, so let's go ahead and delete the comment. All right, the home mailbox is going to specify where our mail is going to be sent to. In this case, you see the mail directory there. Now, you can change that if you would like. I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to go ahead and quit the configuration file and also save it. And next thing we're going to do is go ahead and actually, we want to start the process. So we're going to go ahead and start the daemon. So we're going to go systemctl start postfix. All right, and we're going to go ahead and check it to see if it's running by issuing the command service postfix status. And as you can see, it's active, it's up and running. The service is up and running. Okay. Next thing we want to do is actually install Dovecot, right? And Dovecot is an open source IMAP and POP server for Linux operating systems. So you can go ahead and install that. Wait for it to finish. All right, that's complete. Let's clear the screen. Right, and we want to go ahead and actually edit the configuration file of Dovecot. So we do that by using our text editor. We go to the etc directory. All right, then we're going to go to the Dovecot directory, and then we're going to go to the file, right, dovecot.conf. Okay, now we want to do here, we want to go ahead and actually edit all the way where it says protocols. Protocols equal IMAP POP3 LMPT and submission. We want to go ahead and actually include that because we want to be servicing those protocols. So we delete that comment, and let's go ahead and actually delete the submission there. And from there, we can actually save that file using the colon and WQ to save it. And next thing we want to do, we want to go ahead and actually start Dovecot. Okay, there's a little. Well, the first thing we do here is we're going to actually see if it's actually up and running. So we go to service Dovecot status, and then we actually see that it's inactive, right? It's dead, so it's not up and running at this moment. So one thing we can do here, we can restart the service by issuing systemctl restart Dovecot. Press enter, which will issue the command, and let's check to see if it's running again. Service Dovecot status, and now we can see it's active. So now the service is active and is running. Okay. Right, we see it's up and running. Let's clear the screen. And so the next thing that we want to go ahead and do, right, is go to let's edit the etc/host file. And we want to include mail.charles.com. Once again, whatever you chose, you want to include that in there as well. But we're going to go ahead and include mail.charles.com into this file. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and actually save the file. Okay, at this point we're just checking, making sure everything is right in the file. Okay, you don't have to take too long on this part once you include it. Just make sure everything's correct. Okay. Alright, so once you make sure everything's correct, you want to go ahead and save the file by using a colon and a WQ to save it. Alright, now from here we're going to add a user to send mail to. Alright, so at this moment in time, alright, server should be already configured, set up. Now we just have to add a user to send some mail to. Alright, so let's go ahead and user add Maurice. Let's give the Maurice a password. You want to enter the password for your user. Could be whatever. Retype it in. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and verify that the user is actually created. Let's move back to the home directory. Alright, that's ls, and as we can see, Maurice has been created. Okay, his directory, his home directory is there. Alright, so we know it's up and running. Let's clear the screen. And so here we're going to install MC, right? That's just when we install that, it gives us a graphical GUI rather to maneuver through the directories. That's optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's optional. And MC provides a graphical representation of how to interface where you can move through, you know, the Linux directories again. All right, so at this point, let's send a mail to Maurice, our user. Okay. We're going to CD into a home directory. All right. Now we type it in mail Maurice. Well, the mail command is not found, so we want to install it. So if that pops up, go ahead and hit yes to install that command. Yes again. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and clear that. Let's try this again. Mail, Maurice issued a command. Now here we type in the subject, type it in testing email, and we type the body of our message, and of course, hey, this is a test email. Test email confirming mail server is working properly. Okay. Enter Control D. All right. Let you know that the email is done. All right, let's clear the screen. And let's actually check to see if Maurice received the message, email. We're going to check the inbox for the message. All right, remember where was mail sent to, what directory to be specified in the configuration file. Okay, so we're going to CD back to the home. We're going to CD into Maurice. LS, we're going to list it. See the mail directory. We're going to CD into mail directory. All right, we're going to LS. All right, now we're going to CD into new with LS, and here we can see the emails. All right. Now, how do we display it? Okay. The most recent email is always the one appended to the last, so we're going to go ahead and copy this. Okay, and we're going to use the cat command to actually view the email. I'm going to paste it, and there it is. Okay. All right, here we can see the return path. It came from the root at charles.com. It was delivered to Maurice at charles.com. Okay. We can see it's received by mail.charles.com. We can see the date, which was September 9th. All right, and we see the message. All right, we see the subject, testing email, and the message, hey, this is the test email, confirming mail server configured properly. Okay, so the mail was delivered properly at this point. And so now that we know my mail is working properly, we know that we sent one to a user. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just email my instructor who actually assigned this project here. Issuing another subject, testing email. It's in the body, Control D again, and that's it. Should have received the email. So at this point, my instructor should have received the email. So the mail was delivered. And that's it. That's really the end of it. Okay, well, thanks for watching.